Hello and welcome to EATV. Today's subject will be a transvestigation into Faith Goldy and a little bit of other information as well about the character themselves. I believe this person to be a transgendered person that's infiltrated our alternative media independent lines. They seem to be pro-European, interview alternative people, and everything seems to be, they seem to be on, the level that no one else is on. And I've looked at this person's profile and I've noticed a picture, very interesting one, of her on her she, whatever it is, on Instagram with a Trump cap and with a gun in the hand and all that, and this is somebody that says they're pro-European, pro-Christian, pro this, pro that, but at the end of the day, if you look at Trump himself, after bombing Syria and killing people and possible sanctions with the Iran situation, plus sending lots of refugees out of their homeland in the Middle East, not to mention the strain on Europe, and she really reckons this guy? Wow, that's one hell of a record, But the actions speak for me louder than the word. To orchestrate airstrikes over Syria, I don't think anybody in the West should have a reason to go there and do airstrikes. So yeah, and these guys really reckon somebody like that. On the outlook, they look edgy. They look like they're bringing information that's new and fresh. But at the end of the day, they're not willing to acknowledge that a lot of the people that are in charge in the West are pretty bad, are pretty shocking leadership in the West itself. So unless they acknowledge that, then I believe they're just part of the media campaign to just constantly put people against each other. I mean, another claim she makes on her Twitter account is she's a nationalist for Christ and country. Now, this lady herself has zero information about the Bible. I'm sure, I really don't think they get the concept of what following Christ is, and it's solely for following Christ, and it's not for state and Christ. You can't serve two gods. You can't serve money and Christ and state and Christ. You've got to serve one God, and that's got to be Christ if you're claimed to be Christian. So there's so many contradictions here, it's unreal, with these characters. And if these people can't be straightforward with people, should they be a go-to person for information? I don't think so. If you can't be straightforward with somebody and be straight up, I don't think these people, if they were pushed against the wall, I don't even think they could tell the truth about themselves. So yeah, but I have to say, I have to give credit where it's due. They're very good at what they do. They're very convincing. they seem like they're for people. They seem like they want they're alternative, and they're new, and they're fresh, and they're for traditional European values and all this. They really sell it well, and they really look the part. But when you look closely, the contradiction is there. You can't serve Christ and country. You can't be transgendered and talk about women's rights. You're neither male nor female. You're an androgynous being, so you know you should be sitting on the fence. But they've got an agenda that they need to push, and that's why they're always pushing that agenda. And if we look at the skull's very poignant, brow ridge. Skull has very poignant brow ridge, high cheekbones, square jawline, very very chiseled jaw. Torso, again, a long neck, arms very long, and the Adam's apple, possible. I can't say I can see one, but whatever they've done, they've done a reasonable job. Hips and shoulders, again in the picture, she's creating the angle by twisting the body a little to create curves. But again, the hip area very small, like a man's. The shoulders broad, huge collarbones. And this one has a lot of symbols. She has the V sign. She does the 666 with the hands as well. Yeah, so quite a few symbolistic. So if you want to look yourself at this character, you can see the symbolism, you can see the pointers on the transgenderism, you can see the contradiction of the claims that this person makes about serving several masters in terms of Christ, country, nationalist, this one, that one, that one. You know, and realistically, they don't have the real Christianity. If they proclaiming to be Christian, it's not one that is based around Christ, that's for sure. So yeah, these characters are false characters, and I would say they're very good at what they do. My conclusion would be they're very good at what they do. They create this image, and they're very convincing. They know what they're talking about and stuff like that. But when you look closely at these people, there is contradiction. There is pointers you can look for. There is strangeness, you know. And yeah, so the objective for these people, obviously fame and fortune, gain, public, so everyone knows their face. And this character came out of Rebel Media, and it's kind of interesting, went to Rebel Media, representing themselves on that channel, and then went independent. So Rebel Media kind of gave them traction to go independent so that they could go it alone. And you know, that kind of smears Rebel Media. You know, is Rebel Media who they say they are? I don't think so. So I would say thank you for listening to this video. Thank you very much, I really appreciate it. Please consider supporting this channel by liking and subscribing. Thank you very much.